Copwatch, policing the police every single day.
Copwatch was at the community conversations meeting and she doesn't even mention Copwatch. Just my name and that I said Charlotte County Sheriff Bill Prummell is out of control. And that the veteran said it's not true, everything is fine, nothing to see here, move on, what the fuck. The veteran is a fascist. Charlotte County holds community conversations. By Betsy Calvert. Staff writer. Make government better. Make it smaller. Make it obedient. These were among the ideas proposed at one of Charlotte County's first community conversations. 30 men and women of Charlotte County, representing different age groups and ethnicities, gathered at Herald Court Square in Punta Gorda for one of many sessions scheduled by the county's Community Services Division. The moderators said they would forward the ideas to managers in county government. Some anti-government rhetoric heated up, but by the meeting's end more than an hour later, everyone seemed on good terms. As they identified more area needs such as transportation, many in the group realized that taxpayers would have to front the money for those services. That led Dave Kesselring to call for less government. Keep government as small as possible, he said. Private charities do a better job with social services, he added. Former County Commissioner Adam Cummings stressed the role that government can play in setting controls on development and taxing developers to help pay for services. Government can also encourage the right kind of businesses to come into the region, he said, businesses that bring in outside money over retail that circulates the same dollars. Stanley Stewart agreed, saying money will come from industry and commerce, not development. Eventually, there's not enough people to move here. Kesselring acknowledged the gulf between his view of limited government, and Cummings' view of government as a change agent. We have totally opposite beliefs, Kesselring said politely to Cummings. Michael Zarzano wants more direct control over government, the local one in particular. When asked what he wants, he said people with low income need better ways to gain redress against government officials. He also asked for a citizen-controlled cable access channel. As residents mentioned more and more problems in the area, from overregulation of small business, to low wages for young people, one man decided to point out what is good with the area. 26 years I've been in the county, and I'm proud of it, and I have a fantastic lifestyle, said John Malone. He described how he raised his children here and how his grandchildren are thriving in local schools. Government is a very difficult job to do. We don't like to pay taxes, but something has to pay for services. Statistics show that you, sir, are the exception, said Zarzano. Many don't have living wages. Shoes Hilacharian summarized a wide range of issues and the feelings of the audience, saying, I think this is a wonderful community. I've heard some pie-in-the-sky ideas of bringing in millennials. No millennial is going to come here with entry-level jobs. We have to see what can be fixed, not moan about what is wrong. The calm cracked momentarily when Michael Hirsch said he had heard enough from Andrew Sheets, who believes area law enforcement is out of control. I'm a little concerned. I'm sitting in a meeting with conspiracy theorists, he said. I see a lot of positives in the Punta Gorda community, and the ability of citizens to have an impact. The two moderators, historian Annette Snap and librarian Leanne Beckwith, kept the peace. After the meeting, Sheets said, I thought that went really well. August conversations scheduled. Upcoming schedule of community conversations sponsored by the Libraries and History Division of Charlotte County. Tuesday, August 21st, 2 p.m. St. Vincent de Paul Society, 25200 Airport Road, Punta Gorda. Wednesday, August 22nd, 5 p.m. Murdoch Baptist Church, 18375 Cochrane Boulevard, Port Charlotte. Wednesday, August 29th, 10 a.m. Punta Gorda Housing Authority, 340 Gulf Breeze Avenue, Punta Gorda. Wednesday, August 29th, 2 p.m. Verandas of Punta Gorda, 24500 Airport Road, Punta Gorda.
Copwatch, policing the police every single day.
Anyone else?
Yes.
Yes.
I'd like to live in a community where they don't treat all Charlotte County like it's a gated community with the co-Nazi police are completely out of control here. It's almost like I don't own my house. I mean, I do one little thing wrong and I got like a running fine. So I'd like to live in a free country, free county, and not be treated like it's a gated community with all these deed restrictions.
Okay. Yeah.
I'm from Michigan. In the year 2000, I came down here, and to me, what I think is wrong here is that honestly, this is just my opinion. This feels like socialist fascism on steroids. The Constitution doesn't exist. The biggest employer in Charlotte County is the government, and you can't afford it. With pay, benefits, and retirement, it just doesn't work. I don't know if anybody's heard of Venezuela. That didn't work there. Detroit just went bankrupt from trying it, and that's in America. And we have many other states, you know, where they went big government and it's failing. New York, California, etc. So to me, that's what I think is going wrong here too. It's just out of control, big socialist fascist government, and like I said, it's almost like a police state. It's like I've never lived anywhere where if you have one joint, you instantly go to jail. I mean, actually that's another waste of taxpayers' money. It's stupid. So
The biggest employer being the county, do you have any thoughts on other things we can do?
Privatization. In fact, I even talked about it on Ken Lovejoy's show today. Sometimes he actually has a good show. They had the curmudgeons on. They brought up a good point, how we just had a hurricane a year ago. I'm out on Burnt Store Road where it's not built out yet. Our drainage sucks there. The ditches are there, but they haven't leveled them out for a long time, so we flooded out. So they're like, oh, we can do it all. The government workers can do it all. They can't. We have to hire out to help with this. They are not going to get it fixed in time for the next storm, and we're going to be flooded out again. So for some reason they think that if we do everything, we're going to save money. Oh my God, no, you're not. Because there again, like I said, usually government is pay, benefits, and retirement, which that's not what our founding fathers fought for. We fought for freedom, not for socialism.
So privatization.
Yes, privatization. There was a city that did it somewhere. I forget where it was, but they kicked ass when they did it.
Go to 3. What are one or two most important issues or concerns you have when it comes to the community?
I'm just going to say it again. I'm serious. She already knows who I am. You said, so I can announce who I am now?
Okay.
So I'm a reporter for Charlotte County Copwatch. I've been doing this for 5 years, and I started it because of Bill PRUMMELL's corruption. He had one of his boys perjury in court, got the case thrown out against their stalker, and that's when I found out about Copwatch. Nobody's doing it here. It is a community review board to hold the police accountable. Who is policing the police? When you give power to somebody comes corruption, and that is what has happened big time. If Copwatch hasn't been here for 5 years, he would not have done the IAs that he did, fired, retired, and many other reasons why they left. Half of them wouldn't have happened. Here's the sad part. None of them, they committed crimes. None of them were charged for a crime. They still have their badge, and they can still mess with somebody somewhere. That is what I see wrong here. I saw a couple heads agree with me. This thing with one joint, one piece of marijuana. If you have a bowl, he's putting people in jail. And like somebody else said here, these are poor. They can't afford bail, so then they're stuck in jail. That's debtor's prison. That's actually illegal. So that, I think, is one of the main things that is completely out of control here. And then, of course, number 2 is our Charlotte County government, which is really out of control. But the main one is Charlotte County Sheriff, completely out of control. Yet targeting poor. You said, can I add one more piece to this? Okay, since I do what I do, I have 17 cameras on my house because I've literally been stalked by the police in 5 years. They've drove by my house 500 times, and I don't live in a high crime area. All of those videos are online to document it. All right, I have one of my cameras is near a stop sign, right? And it's not built out much. It's middle income place, right? But there's people that don't even know what a stop sign is there, right? I've got over, listen to this, and he knows about it, 5,000 videos, and this isn't even all the neighbors. This is just a couple that they don't like me either. But anyway, 5,000 videos of them running the stop sign. And you know what? The sheriff doesn't care. But I'm going to ask you guys this. If this happened on Easy Street, what would happen? Every single one of them would be in jail and illegally searched. That's all.
Yes.
I think the most important issue related to this community and this county is what's going to happen if the Peace River gets destroyed. We're already seeing...
Go ahead.
Yeah, how do all these concerns affect me personally? Honestly, if you really look it up, I literally, you know, federal, state, local, everything is illegal, especially here in Charlotte County with the code enforcement, the police, the laws, the statute. It's off the chart. Like I said, I literally feel like I don't own my house. There's a thing that relates to New York. I've been a New Yorker. I've been interviewing all the politicians about holding the police accountable, and half of them failed, by the way. They don't think we should, which is nuts. That pisses me off. That's nuts. All right. But everything's illegal. He was telling me how, I told him how New York had stop and frisk, and they struck it down. It is unconstitutional. Violates the Fourth Amendment. And he said, but you're doing it here. And when I said about all the laws and the statutes, do you know how they're doing it here? With all you got to do is walk, ride a bicycle, drive a car. If your light doesn't work on your bicycle, you're pulled over, violate your rights, search all your crap. If you say no, they're going to bring a dog in, which is trained, in my opinion, to do false hits. It is mind-blowing what is going on. And proof that something is wrong here, did you know we are one of the last places on the planet we don't even have car cameras? No car cameras, no body cameras. To me, that screams corruption. He does not want to be filmed. Every place that they put cameras, complaints go down by 45%. You know what else goes down too? Revenue, because now they're on camera. They can't just make crap up. So, but we're not, that's not what our foundings fought for, you know, is policing for profit. And that's what's happening here. It's with government, with code Nazis, and the police. That's it.
I can't remember what that, yeah, okay.
And that's how it affects me.
Charlotte County, and I don't know much about West County, but Charlotte County at this end is really two different communities. It's that side of the river and it's this side of the river.
Yeah.
Just us.
I'm a little upset about feeling like I'm sitting in the middle of a 1960s radical meeting with conspiracy theorists. The police department in Punta Gorda, with the exception of problems which all over the world, is really quite good. I don't have a problem with them. Punta Gorda is the safest city in Florida for its size, second safest city. The first safest city for its size is Marco Island, and they have a shark-filled moat. Okay? I see a lot of positives in the Punta Gorda community and in the ability citizens have to have an impact on the Punta Gorda community. Part of that may be because when we have an election for local officials, people turn out. You got elections coming up for county commissioners and for school board members in Charlotte County. If 50% of the registered voters turned up, I would be shocked, flabbergasted, okay? Until people feel that they can organize on their own and use the tools available to take control of their government, it's not going to change. You got way too much time on your hands if you have time to watch 5,000 videos to see who ran a stop sign. There are much more positive things you could be doing for the larger community, especially than sitting here attacking the police force and all government officials.
Okay, let's go to the next question.
Could I have a comment? I'd like the gentlemen's, when they're done talking, I really appreciate your humor, sir, talking about conspiracy theories and all that. But, you know, I think many of us in this room have brought with us evidence. It's not a theory. And I would like to ask you, what conspiracy theories are you referring to? Could you share with us?
I don't need to elaborate.
Okay, let's move on to the next question.
So we can't hold speakers accountable for what they say. There's problem number one. Dialogue and debate, you know, that's normally how it works. If someone has a point to make, if it's invalid or unmerited, it's challenged, and then they try to answer to the question, but apparently that's not going to happen.
I think we're just trying to capture opinions this evening.
Well, this is a
What? I just
community-
got slammed. I would love to respond to
This
his.
is a community meeting, and when someone makes an outrageous statement like that
Correct.
about another person here, they need to be accountable for what they say.
I agree.
Okay, let's move on to the next
See
question.
how government likes to control?
What are some
Let's move
things
on.
that need to happen to create the change you would like to see?
I'm sorry.
Can I go now? That's funny you mentioned that. So what would I like to see? Yeah, stop the policing for profit, stop the code Nazi cops where everything's illegal. And to answer that, Punta Gorda police dog ate a guy for no reason. That's not a conspiracy theory,
mentioned that.
all right?
That has nothing to do with
Hey,
conspiracy.
you killed a person in a shoot, don't shoot incident.
I mentioned that.
And when going to a meeting, guess what? Did you know this? I have tried going to the police meetings here, and we always get kicked out because we ask real questions, because apparently freedom's dead. You grew up with, you know what pisses me off? You grew up with freedom, and now you're giving us tyranny. That is not fair at all. Period. So this is what happened. Did you know that Punta Gorda is so out of control, we cannot even go into the government building with government workers and record them while asking questions. It is unconstitutionally illegal, made a statute. We can't do
We're
that.
not talking about city council meetings.
I didn't interrupt you, buddy.
Private
Okay.
meetings that the government's having.
I didn't interrupt you, buddy, all right?
So
Okay.
you're misrepresenting.
You're a fascist, so whatever.
Okay, go ahead.
Okay, allow all this thing. But
You got to realize that, you know, yes, we're going to have problems with the poor, etc. But we've got more serious issues, such as we're the highest, we have the highest rate of incarceration in the world,
Correct.
okay? We also kill more people in this country by police
Correct.
than we did in war since 9/11. More people, and this is why the football players, you know, everybody thinks, oh, they're just protesting racism. No, it's not about racism. Specifically, it's about the number of people that have been killed by our own police departments in America since 9/11. This is why the football players are refusing to honor an anthem by standing. They would rather kneel, which is an act of respect and reverence and humility when you kneel. So we have a huge conversation going on in this country, but unfortunately there's no way for the little people in society, you know, to get their voice heard. And you say we can vote. Yeah, how's that worked out? How's that worked out? We got two parties that are controlled, and if you want to penetrate either one of those with your ideas or your ways, you got to have a lot of this. And we, the little people, don't have lots of this. So, you know, I appreciate what you said, but again, it's back to one principal issue, and that's having our voice heard. How can we make our voice heard in all these issues?
So what
Thank you.
groups or individuals would you like to see take action?
A large Copwatch community review board to hold the police accountable. They hold us accountable Every single day, we have the right to hold them accountable. Period. Punta Gorda is a perfect example of what their police department did. And then, of course, the list for Charlotte County Sheriff, what he's done is just freaking mind-blowing. Because I have too much time, I have facts, not fantasy. That's all.
Could you repeat that? You said large community...
Large community cop watch group to hold the police accountable, the sheriff accountable, and get Bill PRUMMELL out. This is just, I don't even know how he won the last time. I think he cheated the election.
I'm here 33 years.
Well, since somebody else mentioned someplace else where they saw changes, and in my opinion, in fact, actually I just heard it from one of my tipsters today, literally, we just got the tip, half of Charlotte County Sheriff's deputies love what I do because they know it's freaking disgustingly corrupt here. And if I wasn't here, half the people wouldn't be gone that should be gone. The list is endless. I can get it to you later if you want to see your make-believe, which is real. So proof that it's working, there was a lady in Northport, her son was schizophrenic. They knew it. They came, he was having an episode, she told them that, they came, and somehow within 2 minutes, they just started beating the shit out of her son, who was schizophrenic, right in front of her, for no reason. They beat the skin off of his ear. So she's been doing what I've been doing for 4 years in Northport, and she just got a new police chief who just gave her everything she wanted. Body cameras, HD cameras in a car. They're going to start getting rid of the dogs that eat people. You know, that kind of crap where the dogs are eating people is from when we had slave owners in America. Jesus Christ, are we still slaves? Anybody that supports that is un-American, does not deserve to live here. That's all I got.
Question as to why were they moved at all?
The impact that I see is like I mentioned before. I've never seen anything like this. You know, like I said, I moved down here year 2000, and I was like, oh, it's like a whole other country. It's Charlotte County owns 40% of Charlotte County. That is not normal. Like I said, the biggest employer here is the government. This, like I said, literally is like this little socialist, fascist place, and I'm like, that's in America. I don't get it. The Constitution's gone, my freedom's gone, everything's illegal. The budget hit $1 billion for this county. That's outrageous. So that's unsustainable. So how is it impacting? It's going to kill us. It's going to kill us quick.
How can we, the libraries and history, natural resources, parks and rec, and extension services, impact the change? What can we do, just us?
I think we got enough. Like I said, we own 40% of Charlotte County. Libraries were actually started a long time ago to help people that didn't have schools, couldn't read, and all that stuff. We are so high tech now. Honestly, because we don't need libraries like we used to, man. This is a computer right here. All these old people, not to be mean, say that I'm old. Yeah.
We all need libraries.
You look the history up. It was for a reason. This is a computer. I can get everything on this. I don't have to go to the library.
Oh, no.
All I have to say is libraries are the equalizer. There are people that can't afford computers.
Right.
They can't afford cell phones.
Right.
And they can come into the library and get all of that for free.
Right.
So they are the equalizer.
Not needed anymore. That's my opinion.
I think private sale is the best option for impacting change.
We've got other ones.
Really?
Yeah.
Is it going to be the same questions?
Yeah, it's going to be the same question.
But it's going to be different people.
Yeah.
Got it.
I can't promise everybody.
Huh?
I can't promise everybody will be
Well,
different, yeah.
I know. See, that's what you mean. That's what we got hint was. There's going to be a bunch of government plants here. And there is some. Right? See?
I wanted to take a picture of each of those pages.
Did you get your list? I got a whole list of meetings coming up. It's all going to be the same, but that way you can get to know more people.
Right.
I actually have a lot of them on my schedule already.
Oh, really?
Seriously. Okay, so did this go good, bad? Is this what you thought, or there's too many radicals here? What do you think?
Well, kind of getting off the questions a bit, and they were supposed to have a thorough meeting. We were supposed to be done in an hour.
Oh.
So I feel kind of bad. Their entire meeting.
Right.
So yeah, and just trying to get people to stick to the questions is difficult.
I thought it was good debate.
Yeah, I did too.
I'd like more of that debate. Are you a real reporter?
Yeah, I'm with the Sun.
Are you really?
So I know other people know your name.
Copwatch.
I know.
I printed it.
You printed it.
I know. You know what's funny when I walked in here? Are you with the Sun? That's what they said. I'm serious. I get this everywhere. Every time I saw Meyer Fox, look, it's a Sun newspaper. Oh shit, it's Copwatch. I'm serious.
Well, it's the same thing, though. You know, you're entitled to go in wherever the press is allowed. And
correct.
Nothing that keeps the press, frankly.
Correct. Did you see do you follow any of my stuff, Facebook or YouTube or anything? Do you know where I got the idea to do this year?
What?
I had so much fun for this political season. I was going to all the debates, and I asked the real questions like I did here. So I would walk up to somebody, I said, okay, I'm a reporter for Copwatch. What's your opinion of the Copwatch holding the police accountable? Like I said, man, it was bad. Half wouldn't answer. That's crazy, man. Greg Stubbe is total fair. I got a bunch of people on video if you want it. Do you got a card?
No.
Hey, I have a card.
All right.
Are you interested in the other list of, I'm sorry, these are open, that are open?
I have them. I put them on the paper.
Would you like one of my new cards?
Yeah, we might as well get them.
Ooh, we're handing out cards.
Yeah,
Sweet.
did I give you one yet?
No.
There you go.
So you already got mine.
You've probably been quoted before, but I don't think you're
Yeah, it's Michael. Last name Z-A-R-Z-A-N-O.
You know what, I just, yeah. And I just go, I leave that like that, because I got
I'm going to try, both of you said a lot, so I'll probably paraphrase it.
Okay.
But you know...
Are you one of the good ones or the bad ones?
But for you, you know, concerns about the local...
Oh, yeah.
Local police.
That's real.
Are you talking about Punta Gorda police, or is there...
Both. Charlotte County and Punta Gorda, yeah.
Charlotte County doesn't have police, they just use the sheriff, right?
No. Punta Gorda... Charlotte County just has a sheriff. Punta Gorda has a police. And by the way, I know I'm right because my YouTube channel used to be at 70 million views until the sheriff took it down. Yes. See, that's what I'm saying. Giving me I have so much stories. This fantasy crap he's talking about is bullshit. I got it all documented. Ask him. Do I? All of it documented.
There's a lot that you threw out there, so
it's all.
With the paper you have to. You can only.
Right. No, I know.
Document everything, so you can only take a small amount at a time.
Right.
Who are you with?
The Sun.
Oh, okay.
I just started.
What's your name? Do you have a card?
No, Betsy Calvert. They didn't give me one.
What's your name again?
To get my own.
Who?
Betsy Calvert.
I don't know if I read your stuff or. I'm always following Ann because she's usually the one that hammers the sheriff, right?
Right. She's a cop reporter.
Yes. What happened to Liz? What happened to Liz, that new young one?
Around.
Is she? She has. I didn't because she was hammering the cops for a while.
Yeah, she's great.
Yeah, I know. I looked her up. She's kind of a radical. I like her.
She's like spunky.
Oh, big time. Is she an anarchist? I found she used to work for an anarchist.
These reporters are real middle of the road.
Right.
Not really one way or the other.
Right. I know. And I heard Ann is fun, but you got to get her drunk to talk.
Oh, well. It could be.
I know on the phone it's like silence. Say something. Are you there?
She's just naturally shy.
Until you get her drunk. I know Elaine from over in Englewood. She is fun. Am I saying it right? Ellen or Elaine?
I don't know. I meet them only occasionally.
She's fun.
It's like another world over there.
Yeah, she's
fun.
You
don't work in the Englewood office?
No. Although I cover some Englewood things on occasion, but they cover a lot of that.
How is your new owner? Good, bad? You guys are safe or eh?
I don't know, there's only one person there who's kind of the overlord, and he's more into business side of things.
Oh.
He has had some editorial influence, but
right.
I'm not sure yet.
So is he for the police state or against the police state?
I'm sure he's in favor of it.
Shit.
He has a very, you know, he probably has expensive real estate he wants.
Yeah, most business
I
owners.
know.
He's a have.
So let's arrest all the poor people.
So
Yay!
I don't know him well.
Right.
I don't know him well.
All right.
So.
Oh well. I was hoping it was gonna be like Liz. I was like, yeah, anarchist.
Yeah, she's good because I'm more of a policy wonk.
Are you?
Sorry.
Actually, you want to know what? So am I. You know, that is one way we can get these fuckers just on their own policy alone, which they don't even follow.
I wrote a good one about the Jerry Wexler's proposal for rural. It was buried in the paper today.
I don't know if I see. He's a paper freak.
Suburb conservation subdivision. This orange grove they want to develop. It got buried in the paper. But that took a lot of excruciating detail to make it reveal what it really was. Which was, you go from 180 houses to 900. On the same property in this new zone.
Wow.
If they adopt the new zone.
Yeah, see, that's what it's all about, the money. They want more revenue.
But and here's
you get the private sector to do all the environmental stuff. That's the
well, and here's the thing, like you said too, you can't build forever. You cannot build forever. It just does not work. Okay? You have to get other stuff here. That was one good thing he said. Other than that, I don't know which politician is he? Did you know him?
No, I've never heard of him.
All right.
He said it was a
former commissioner.
He told me he was a former commissioner.
I knew there was
another policy one.
I know. I knew that. That's why we're here, because we heard that there's going to be plants bringing up government. Yeah. Hey, government. Yeah, I got to go chopping video. Good to meet you. Does that mean you're actually going to mention my name in Copwatch? Nobody will do that. Nobody will do that.
You said a lot.
Nobody will do that before you. Did you know that?
Well, I'll probably not put in proportionate to what you said.
Right.
But the amount that you said, but I think it would be just inaccurate to pretend you
They've
didn't
done
say
it
anything.
multiple times to me. I'm just letting you know. You would be the first.
Well, if it's not in there, it's because they took it out.
Oh! All right. Yep.
Police use who may want to retaliate against him physically.
Hey Charlotte County, this is Charlotte County Copwatch, and I just wanted you to know that I am using this stuff under fair use, and also remember to like and subscribe this channel. Also too, keep in mind I do not make any money on YouTube. This is 5 hours work a day, fighting for freedom. And you can donate with PayPal and Patreon. I just want you to think about this. If everybody gives to PayPal and Patreon, Patreon is every month. Actually, PayPal you can do every month. I have 12,000 subscribers. If everybody gives, I can quit my regular job and go full-time investigations on Charlotte County and possibly even more and beyond. So just keep that in mind. If everybody helps out, I can go full-time doing this. Thanks.